This is Sunny Fonseca with Mortgages with Sunny. Welcome to my new podcast. On this podcast, we'll be discussing a little bit about everyday scenarios that do occur during a loan process, also connecting with realtors to expand their business, and also giving you some scenarios and tips on purchasing a home. So the reason why it's important to work with a mortgage broker at times is options. When you work with a mortgage broker, we have several different options on lenders and the type of scenarios that we can offer. For example, I have a client that I'm working with, and on a standard conventional loan, you have to have a 2-year tax history as a as a business owner. However, in this case, he just opened his business and he was not being pre-approved through any bank or anything like that. Now, we do have a special loan program where it's bank statements only. And what we were able to do is combine his current business and also the new business in bank statements and use that as income. So there are definitely several options when it comes to working with a broker. Example, I have a client that has a credit score of 551 right now. They are actually doing a refinance to get their credit a little bit better. And then they're going to go ahead and probably purchase another home and put themselves in a better situation. A lot of banks don't offer that. As soon as they see a credit score of 551, they automatically deny the loan. However, working with a broker, you have those type of options. So definitely before you go ahead and refer your client to a bank or anything else, go ahead and have them speak to a mortgage broker such as myself and weigh out their options. However, it's not cookie cutter at times. It is a process, but the deal gets done. The way a mortgage broker such as myself makes the process easier for our realtors is we kind of do the diagnostics for the client before actually issuing a pre-approval. So I always tell my clients, I can't pre-approve you until I have the blood test, right? I can't give you a diagnostics until I have the blood test. So when I have that information, we kind of go ahead and put the numbers into place for the client so that once they come to you with the pre-approval, you have a smooth process once the file goes to underwriting. This is why it's important for mortgage brokers to go ahead and collect all documentations from the client, have your credit ran so that once you're under contract, the loan process is easy for all parties. And that makes the realtor's job easier so that they don't have to worry about that part. That is our job, to worry about the loan process. The biggest thing in where I feel like a lot of people lose connection is because of communication. Myself, personally, I always stay in communication with my realtors. You want to make sure that your ducks are in a row. You don't want any surprises during the loan process. So communication is very important when it comes to the realtor and you. Remember, this is a marriage that you guys will be in for the next 30 days. Okay? So you want to stay whether it's bad news or good news or okay news, you have to communicate with the realtor. So to avoid, well, thank God, we don't want to get to that level where deals fall through. However, this is where it comes into play where there's so many options, right? If we have a scenario, let's say an appraisal value comes in for an FHA loan, because there's this misconception on FHA, and the value of the property doesn't come in. Can we switch that loan over? Yes, we can. So there's definitely several different options to save the deal. I've had deals almost die day before and we've brought it back to life, working out different scenarios. So again, that all falls into play where communication, several different lending options, and also too, it's a help me help you situation, right? I can't just say, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and switch you on a loan product. Obviously, there are different circumstances depending on the loan product you do choose, but help me help you. Again, options. The way a mortgage broker to provide better service to our clients and to our realtors, remember, once you're working with the client, this is their home. You build a relationship, you build a bond, you build a connection with them. I have had clients to say, hey, I never thought in a million years I'd be a home buyer, right? So, what was the question? The way mortgage brokers, such as myself, help the ability to allow the realtors get their buyers into a home is it goes back to different type of loan products, right? If they have a difficult client that hasn't filed taxes and God knows for so long, well, I have a 1099 program, or I have a K1 program, or I have a bank statement only loan program that expands their opportunity for home ownership for their buyers. You know, you don't want to be cookie cutter and just say, oh yeah, well, I don't have a W-2 or I don't have a job for 2 years. That's not the case. Always speak to a mortgage broker so that they can go ahead and ask the correct questions so that your buyer is ready and you have a smooth process and your buyer can get into a home. You know, I had a client where the realtor reached out to me and he was like, Sunny, I don't know if this person can even qualify. You know, I don't know what's going on. Now, don't worry, let me have that conversation, because there's always and if, what's, and buts, right? Do you receive this? Do you get this? Yes, I do. Okay, well, that works. Do you have a cosigner? Yes, that works. I don't have the down payment. Don't worry, I have a down payment assistance program. Now, nothing is all unicorns and rainbows, obviously, right? So there are options out there, and there are requirements to meet those options at times, but it's a help me help you situation, and this is why you have your mortgage broker.